have K1 action up here next. Alfa in the red corner from Team Noguera versus Luke Worrall in the blue corner.
I should probably say, to get into this, Luke Worrall took this fight on very late notice. The original fight couldn't be made, so Luke Worrall literally stepped up. I think he's probably had an hour or two's notice, and he's jumped straight into the cage. Full respect to Luke Worrall.
Luke Worrall experienced in himself, experienced in the Thai boxing realm. Working on the outside there, looking for his way in.
You see, we've got with Alfa, we've got another southpaw.
Alfa's got that bounce, using them feints. Could be looking for a rear kick here. Loading up on that hip.
Look for him to throw a jab, then a kick. Switching stances, keep Luke guessing, but you don't win points for that. Oh, big swing and a miss.
Luke backing up with his hands down, needs to keep that guard up.
An agricultural exchange, you'd have to say.
Alfa on the outside, taking centre cage.
You don't get points for posing, Alfa.
Here we go. Oh, a little exchange there, but both fighters are eager to break off and not test each other's chins.
Yeah, they're kind of a bit wary of each other at the moment. Alfa, look at his eyes. He's zoned in. A lot of feints. Got to start landing some stuff though, mate. Luke maybe regret taking this fight on short notice.
Both fighters being equally cautious, and it makes sense. The last replacement, Alfa doesn't know the background of Luke, and Luke likewise might not know the background of Alfa. So that often in these earlier rounds, they feel out each other, Mark.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what's happening here. You can see both guys a bit wary of each other. Alfa giving Luke a lot of different looks. Hasn't really landed anything of note, and Luke has been on the back foot the whole round. Maybe worried about his gas tank, taking the fight late notice. Nice left kick there from Alfa. Bit scrappy. It's a fairly quiet first round. You'd have to give that to Alfa just on the basis of the fact that he actually threw a few things.
Most happening towards the end of that round. Big kick was caught by Luke. Almost looked like he wanted to go for a takedown, but it's K1. Perhaps indictive of the absent preparation for this fight.
Yeah, you do just wonder what his background is. Obviously, with him being a late replacement, we haven't got much info about him.
Second round.
So Alfa straight back to the centre of the ring, commanding the ring, or the cage as I should maybe call it.
Alfa on the outside. Let's see if he can look to land something decisive. Been in that southpaw stance.
Change his stances, but
yeah,
again, that does not score points.
Big kick.
But it is, to be fair to him, it is keeping Luke very, very wary. First bit of offence there from Luke, nice low kick. He's got to do more than that. He cannot sit with his back against the cage like this.
Alfa sat back a little bit on his hip. Nice flying knee there.
Very, very scrappy though, you have to say. It was not thrown with picture-perfect technique.
Alfa growing ever confident as this bout progresses.
Yeah, I mean, Luke has got to give him something to think about, otherwise he's just going to stand back there. Oh, nice kick. Again.
Luke on the outside, he needs to find a way, and he just needs to throw caution to the wind and go for some punches, get on the inside. He can't stay on the outside here.
Oh, didn't see that coming. What I would say with Luke, with the southpaw stance that Alfa's got, you can see that front leg is perfect for a little right low kick to the front leg. He's got quite a wide stance, and that could be quite a damaging shot. Maybe score some points. It would certainly have quite a damaging effect in terms of his stance, knocking him off balance. Alfa's eyes are zoned in.
Alfa, really intense fighter.
Yeah.
Brings everything and leaves it in the cage.
He's scaring me, and I'm sitting cage side. Again, there's a little bit of MMA potentially mixed up in there.
Luke Worrall, understandably, a bit cautious, taking the fight late notice. But he can't sit on the outside and just eat these punches.
He cannot just backpedal like he's doing. What I'd like to see him do is throw a nice strong jab and then smash that low kick into the southpaw lead leg. and see what he can do to Alfa's confidence, because at the moment Alfa is dancing in his corner, he's up 2 rounds, and quite frankly he's not really been tested that much so far. If Luke comes out this round with bad intentions, lands that front leg kick, really smash that southpaw lead leg, and then see where we can go from there.
As we come to our 3rd and final round of this K1 matchup here in the Contenders, Dean Midhat joined by Mark Heath, cage side. Alfa in the blue corner, Luke Worrall, late replacement in the blue, sorry, Alfa's in the red, excuse me.
And this round we find out exactly how much ambition Luke's got, taking his fight late notice. It's the last round, I'm sure he knows he can do 2 minutes. That was, I'm not sure what that was. Looked like he tried to throw a Superman punch off the cage, thought better of it. But again, he's just letting Alfa dominate the cage. He's got all the control.
Alfa's really loading up for those kicks.
Yeah.
You see him leaning back there on his rear leg.
I've got to say, I'm not actually sure that Alfa has actually landed a punch this fight. There's a lot of posturing going on. But then Luke hasn't really landed anything.
The redness of Luke's back, I've just noticed that.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's come from. That must have been when he got swept. See, he does not know what to do. He can't just stand there. He's got to push Alfa back. You cannot just throw a kick like that. You've got to put the hands first. Really commit to the attack.
I think they're going to get a warning for excessive clinching here from the ref.
I think he's basically telling him he's got to do something, isn't he?
Oh, might be deducting 1 point. Wow.
I couldn't hear what the ref said there.
Could be from the excessive clinching. Luke's done a lot of that.
Yeah.
He's gone for the leg.
Here we go, here we go. Now he's pressing forward. This is it.
Maybe that's what he needed.
To do.
Yeah.
Now he's got to give it everything now. Come on, Luke. He's got to go for. I want to see him make a fight of this. I want to see him push forward. Late notice fight. I love his heart. Let's see him make a fight of it.
Alfa on the outside again, throwing at those kicks. They're missing their target. Nice land there from Luke.
All right. Some sloppy hands coming forward there from Luke.
Body kick and a check by Luke. The elbow, oi, that just missed the head.
Yeah, you can't stand with your feet square against a cage like that. That's only going to end in bad news for you, unless you're someone like Anderson Silva.
Seconds out, and it looks like Luke Worrall has weathered the storm thus far. Took some damage from Alfa.
Look at his eyes.
Just unable to get anything off is Luke. We go to a judge's decision, but, I mean, we could argue that neither fight really pulled the trigger there. They wanted to win and they had the eagerness to go, but they just couldn't find a way in, Mark.
Yeah, you have to say it's a fight where not a lot really landed. I don't think Alfa landed a punch the whole fight. There was a lot of posturing going on. He certainly landed the more frequently, but it wasn't very frequent saying that. And Luke really only kind of threw caution to the wind at the end of the fight when he was warned by the referee, but by then it was too late. I've got to say, I mean, you have to admire his heart coming late notice to take a fight like that. But it's a fight really just kind of leaves you wanting a bit more, really, a bit more action.